EA drops its Call of Duty property. Mario goes multi-platform, and Half-Life 3 is confirmed.
This is WSGF News, Episode 4.
And none of that stuff's actually happening. This is our April Fool's
April
week.
Fool's, guys.
April Fool's week. I'm Simon, the Destroyer.
I'm Chris, also known as Peanut.
And like I said, this is our April Fool's edition. This past week started out with April Fool's, and I don't know about you, but me personally, I don't pay attention to any news on that day.
No,
because of that.
It's all useless news.
Yeah, so it's just stay away from it. And there's not a lot of news this week. There's typically not a lot of news on April Fool's week anyway.
Yeah, I think releasing something revolutionary or changing definitely distracts from all of the fake news going on. So it's kind of smart
or people just don't believe it. I mean, like,
right.
Was it Gmail was released like
on
10
April
years
Fool's,
ago?
Yeah, 10 years ago on April
that's
Fool's.
ridiculous. So really not a lot of news. So we're going to go over April Fool's stuff that happened this week.
Yep.
There is one or two bits of information that we have for you this week. A couple announcements. We have our game giveaway.
Yeah, we need to announce the winner.
Later. And let's go ahead and get on to it. So the April Fool's jokes.
Yeah, my personal favorite was the Optimus Prime.
The Titanfall.
The Titanfall Optimus Prime. I thought that was really well done. And a small part of me was hoping that it was real.
I'm not gonna lie, I would really like that to be real.
And then I also saw where they actually did a how-to kind of thing where they showed, I think it was a day later or 2 days later, they showed like how they modeled it and like what they were doing and things like that. So it was pretty cool. Pretty
cool, pretty informative.
Yeah, definitely.
One of my favorite ones was Razer, the peripheral company that makes the mouse, the mice, the keyboards and all that. They had, I forget what the name of the actual product that was going to be called with, but it was a drone that you wore on a gauntlet, and the drone would launch off and it would fly behind you at different angles, and it came with a contact lens, and so you could view your life in third person like a video game.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
So I mean, they had a little drone that kind of worked a little bit, and
all of these things I want in real life.
Yeah, it's like I want that,
Yeah.
But I would pay money for that, for a little gauntlet.
Definitely.
There's the Google Mon. I don't know if anyone else, and it's not really gaming news, but
right. But it was Pokemon.
Pokemon.
So it counted. If you opened your phone, if you have an Android or iPhone, doesn't matter. If you have Google Maps installed and you open your phone on April Fool's, you probably saw there was a bunch of Pokemon in Google Maps. There was like 150 Pokemon. You just click on them, you catch them. I thought it was a pretty good joke done by Google. There's a lot of Pokemon fans.
Did you catch them all?
I did like 6 and stuff.
I was that guy that caught them. I have 150. I'll have to send a screenshot.
Congrats.
I got 150. Oh, you were talking about the Blizzard, the Flappy Bird
clone.
So
there was a Blizzard Flappy Bird clone. We'll put the link in the description of the video so you guys can check it out. It was for Diablo 3. It was kind of like promoting their Diablo 3 expansion. I thought it was pretty good. I never was really good at Flappy Bird anyways.
Well,
but
what was your highest score in Flappy Bird?
I don't know, maybe 20 something.
I did a 61 the other day.
Oh,
I still have the app.
I wasn't a big Flappy Bird player, but I do think it's good PR, and it was a good April Fool's joke, definitely. We would definitely like to know your favorite Easter eggs. April Fool's jokes. Send us a tweet, email us. Let us know what you guys think. We're definitely interested in what you thought was the funniest April Fool's joke
for this week. Yeah,
for this week.
Year, yeah.
Yeah. So speaking of some real news for this week, last week we talked about some of the platforms that are coming out to Linux and SteamOS. Yeah. We've got Crytek, the guys at Valve with their Dota 2, and then this week we've actually got Unreal on board.
Yeah, I'm really excited about this.
Yeah, that's a big deal. So that's another,
that's a big player.
This is really big.
A lot of things use Unreal.
Yeah, a lot of games are done now with the Unreal Engine, and the more and more and more people we get on board creating or supporting Linux, we're gonna have pretty soon full Linux gaming,
I feel like we've done some sort of Linux news every week. And
there's been a lot of Linux change.
Yeah, I use Linux. But we're not really like super like gung ho. We're only going to talk about Linux.
Right. This is not just a Linux show, guys.
Yeah, all this news is coming out about different Linux games.
Yeah.
So really, really exciting about what's coming up in the future, especially with the Steam OS and things moving over to Linux.
Yeah, SteamOS streaming is really, really cool. I've done some tests with it firsthand. And it's just exciting to see another emerging platform. You know, choice and competition is always important. It's one of the biggest things we talk about on this show. And, you know, not to say we're not Windows guys, because, you know, definitely you probably see behind me I'm running Windows. But, you know, if we can force people to compete, we can get better products.
Yeah.
And that's the idea, right?
It doesn't get stagnant. We don't want, we don't want the marketplace to be stagnant.
Exactly. Gaming is a part of technology, and the word technology to me means always changing, always getting something new, something better. So really exciting. We'll keep our eyes on that. We'll talk some more about Linux news as it comes out. But
I almost feel like we should do like a Linux Deadpool of like what company's gonna bring out something next, you know?
Yeah, seriously, I would expect, there's probably going to be more Linux coming soon.
It's the pressure of like the Steam box, it feels like.
Yeah,
like
definitely.
People are like, we want this to work natively.
Yeah, I think there's a big, if you don't want to develop for PlayStation 3 or Xbox, right, you want to have a third choice of console. Steam box might be the third, it might be the console out of left field that no one's thinking about, the underdog that just blows everyone away, because all these companies have announced support for it. We could have a lot of games working on it, and it would be cheap to build. You would be more open source. You wouldn't have to, there wouldn't be an approval process to get the games to work. You wouldn't have to pay a licensing fee. You would just make the game, publish it on the Steam store, and there it is.
I feel like Steam's going to be the one platform that rules all.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're the Google of video games. They do it well.
It's a good description. Google of video games.
Yeah, they seem to be a pretty nice company, and I'm really impressed.
Praise Lord Gaben.
Praise Lord Gaben.
PC Master Race.
PC Master Race.
So here's a quick little bit of news. We're always looking to fill up our game libraries, right? There was someone on the Pirate Bay who compiled, it was about 100 games of different indie games that were kind of overlooked, pirated them into one torrent. They're all free, they're all legitimate, as far as I've seen, and put it up there. That way you could just increase your game library. I mean, there's been a couple good ones in there. I can't remember any of the names.
I saw that, and as a matter of fact, I saw where it was posted on Reddit, and a couple of the developers of the games posted in the comments and said, "Oh yeah, I made this game. It was when I was first starting out in gaming, and I was making a really basic game, and blah 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 blah." And they were like kind of embarrassed because it was so simple or it was so buggy or whatever the case was. It was really interesting to see. I downloaded it, but I haven't really played any of the games. But it was interesting to see that Pirate Bay, it got a pretty significant amount of publicity, and that someone compiled enough of the games to come out there.
I mean, not to go anything political, but it's like kind of brings out the legitimacy of torrenting.
Yeah, exactly. Those were all legitimate. As far as I know, I think they were all legitimate games, and I'm sure all the developers loved that their original or first games that came out are, out there.
Almost anyone to see, historical reasons or anything like
that. Yeah, all kinds of reasons.
If you're interested in it, I mean, all you gotta do is just Google Pirate Bay Bundle, and it'll be like the first or second link.
Yeah.
So it's that time again. Time for us to look at our top 5 battle stations on our battle stations of Reddit. So we got this fifth one, number 5.
Number 5.
This one it's titled 4 Monitor plus GTX Titan SLI Water-Cooled Battle Station.
Very
Subtitle
cool.
on the Imgur album is Ultimate Peasant Crusher. And this is pretty legit. I mean,
yeah, he's got the racing wheel, which I think is really cool. And then he's got I like his that's a shifter, right, on the far right side.
It's got a shifter. It's got the wheel. It's got the pedals on the bottom. I forget who makes that one.
Very, 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 very cool looking.
That's
definitely.
That Logitech one. That's right. Yeah, I mean, clean. I mean, there's some wires floating around here and there. You get that red liquid inside. Got a red and black theme in the inside of his case, and that's I forget what the name of that case is, but that's that Corsair case.
Yeah.
And I've got that sitting in my house right now.
Yeah,
it's a great case. It's a great case.
Very cool. Overall, very clean setup. Probably really good for driving racing games. Number 4 is 3-screen plus TV battle station in more ways than one. This one is my personal favorite.
This is a good one.
Yeah, I like the lighting. I like the 3/1. He's got a very similar setup. You guys can probably see behind me. Very similar setup. He's got it's really similar actually. He's got a Mac on the top display and then 3 monitors on the bottom display. So 2 computers. I like his keyboard. His keyboard's backlit. I also have a backlit keyboard. His water cooling is really cool. And he also has, again, the same case we were talking about.
It's the Air 540 because he has it written there.
Yeah, the Corsair Air 540. Yeah, it looks really great. And then I like his last picture where it says ready for battle, and he's got all those guns there. But overall, really clean system. I like the camera angles and the backlighting.
It's really good, really good. All right, number 3. This is titled, As Someone Who Can't Stand Clutter, My Battle Stations Suits Me. So, it's clean. Single monitor. He's probably a podcaster or some sort of streamer.
I see the mic, yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, just clean. Nice and tidy desk.
I don't like the green carpet.
You don't like the green carpet?
But everything else, it looks really good. Definitely looks good. The desk, it looks just so nice. It's very minimalistic because he doesn't have a lot of stuff on top of his desk. I like that a lot.
This is obviously not my desk. I need to take a picture. I mean, because I'm dabbling in so many things. There's so much stuff on my desk right now.
So number 2 is my Afghanistan battle station, and definitely a shout out to our armed forces.
Mm-hmm.
Serve our country. Mucho respect. He's got a Cytec joystick, headphones, mouse, and it looks like a laptop. And then he's got his Army supplies, or not Army, but whatever he's serving in, right?
Yeah, he's Army. He's got an airborne badge.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah,
okay, so I was right.
Dad was an airborne, so.
I mean, what can I say? Pretty cool that you can play computer games in Afghanistan and serve our country, Awesome. More power to you.
All right, number one. This is titled, Just Added 2 More to the Family.
Oh boy.
This is a collection of monitors we have right here.
Yeah, this is crazy. I don't know that you could play games on this, but still nonetheless, it is amazing. It's almost like looking through a window. It's like a portal into another world.
Yeah, it's.
You could jump in those and then you'd be in.
It'd be nice to sit down. I bet, just. But I mean, you could do like the three centers you can game on. Like you would do like a 5x1.
Yeah, and then just have the ambient. Yeah. That would be really cool. Overall, very good setup.
I think it's a better collection than last week.
Definitely better collection than last week. I still like the Lego boat from last week.
That Lego boat last week was really, really cool. I mean, there was a lot of cool stuff in that. But I mean, like we said before, I would love to see WSGF members. I know we have. There's a post. It's the Show Me Your Command Station post. I think it's one of the older posts in the forums. Add to that. Yeah.
So guys, again, reiterating, hit us up on Twitter, email us, post on the forums, and the topic you mentioned. We'd really like to see your battle stations, and if we can get a top 5 or 5 of them submitted, we'd be happy to do a top 5 of the WSGF battle stations. Or feel free to submit to our battle stations and just link back to WSGF and say, oh, I'm a WSGF member, here's my top 5. If it gets upvoted, we'll definitely post it. Mm-hmm. So that's our show, guys. Thanks for tuning in this week. Hopefully you like our April Fool's jokes. We'll have more legitimate news definitely for next week. I'm sure there'll be more people putting out some juicy
stuff on there.
Juicy news next week.
Now, if you are in Texas and you are free Memorial Weekend, we are going to be at Houston, Texas's Comicpalooza. Joining us will be AMD and Ergotech. They'll be in there along with us. But we're going to be there. You will be there. I'll be there.
Yep.
Right? Boss Man Skip will be there.
Skip will be
and
there.
We'll be showing off a couple different setups, kind of just showing the populace,
we're gonna have
different gaming systems you can do.
Yeah, we're gonna have the Steam box, the streaming Steam box. We're gonna have the Oculus. We'll have a couple AMD rigs, 5x1,
3x1,
3x1. You can meet us, check us out, check out the site, check out the stands that we sell, which are really great stands. All of those things. If you're in the local surrounding Texas area, you want to come check out Comicpalooza. It's going to be a big deal.
I think it's one of the biggest comic conventions in Texas.
Yeah.
We were saying Agent Coulson from Marvel's Agents of Shields and
and the
all
Marvel
the Marvel
shows.
movies. Clark Gregg.
Yep.
We had to look that up. Clark Gregg is going to be there if you're interested in that. I know a couple of the Power Rangers are going to be showing up. Billy the Blue Ranger is going to be there. A little excited about that.
If you watched Power Rangers back in the day, you could.
They're supposed to be doing their 20th year this year.
Yeah.
Super Mega Force, I think is what. I've got a buddy that's watched every series, and so this is how I know all this stuff. But
it's going to be exciting.
It'll be fun, yeah. I used to do the comic circuit, so it'll be fun getting back out there.
And just so you know, those of you who are not sure about this, it's not just comic stuff. We're going to have technology, a lot of technology-related things, gaming-related things.
There's concerts. At Comicpalooza, I know specifically there'll be concerts. I mean, last year there was a band that had a Tesla coil. It was so much so cool.
There's going to be a lot of cool things that even if you're not a big comic fan and you're just interested in technology and gaming, come check it out.
Bring a cosplay if you got that. I'm going to hopefully have a couple done by then. But if you're in Houston, that area, on Memorial Weekend, come check us out.
Definitely.
So once again, we are WSGF News. Thanks for listening.
See you next week.